Ladies and gentlemen, today Mr. Loo is super tempted to buy a condominium in Singapore. You never know this day will come, right? So, well, let's hear the gossip if you are keen. And those people who cannot take storytelling and gossip, okay, don't watch on, okay, don't watch on. The title of my topic today is Mr. Loo is tempted by a condominium fire sale, right? There is actually a fire sale in a particular condominium development in Singapore. And I'm super tempted by it. And I'm going to explain to you the whole story of why I'm tempted and what's the outcome of the temptation, okay? And today is nothing serious, nothing about stock market, nothing about teaching you how to make money whatsoever. It's just me giving in to human weakness and temptation, okay? So let's watch on for interesting gossip. Usual disclaimer doesn't apply today. All right, cool. There is a condominium fire sale. Okay, fire sale is going on. It's actually at W Singapore Sentosa Cove. The prices of the unsold unit are slashed by over 40%, right? Wow, this is a big news today. When I saw it, I was like, wow, no, seriously? Okay. So the news goes like this. Unsold unit at the residence at W Singapore Sentosa Cove will be up for sale at more than 40% off their initial 2010 launch price. Isn't that a fire sale? 2010 until now, the prices should have gone up 2 to 3 times, according to all the property fanatics out there, right? But this one is now selling at 40% off that initial launch price. So City View Place Holdings, which I think is an offspring of City Development, I think, owns 203 units at the development, will be releasing 58 units for sale on April the 15th, with prices starting from $1,648 per square foot. Wow, that's a big news for me, man. And this particular condominium unit super tempts Mr. Loo a lot. Now, Mr. Loo, I thought you don't believe in buying condominium. You run down condominium so much, you so much and things like that. Well, I'm gonna explain to you why, okay? I'm gonna explain to you why if you hear me out. Wow, just look at the interior. It is so beautiful, right? These are just some pictures that we pull out from real estate agents and things like that. It's so beautiful. And I think, this is something that anyone would love to be their dream house, right? Well, just look at the aesthetics. What is more interesting to me is actually the location, right? It's just beside the marina. And this is a place where I long to be, and I explained to you why, right? Apart from the swimming pools and the facilities, this is just beside a huge marina. And I look at this and I just drew. Okay, of course, this is the usual facilities. I think it's near Golf Resort. Sentosa is a beautiful place. Everybody loves to go Sentosa and so on. I don't know how many actually love Sentosa. I think I particularly love Sentosa for one big reason, which I'll review shortly. But this is a really, really exciting place for me, okay? So why is Mr. Loo so tempted by this thing, right? I thought you have got so much negative feeling about condominiums and things like that, right? Well, I'm actually not tempted by the condominium, not tempted by the appreciation value. A lot of people buy condominiums, private property for the appreciation value and things like that. I know how to make money. I know how to invest money to beat the real estate index and things like that. It's a controversy whether property market or stock market goes up better, but I've got businesses and things like. So I think I know how to make money, but yet why am I so tempted by it then? Well, the reason is this. Watch on 1, 2, 3. This is the reason, right? This is the reason, because I've always wanted a place that is near the sea for fishing, right? I'm a huge fishing fanatic, right? Huge fishing fanatic. I always have this dream that I could just throw out a fishing line from my window and just fish from my window balcony, and put a bell there and go back to my life. And when a bell rings, when a fish catch, a bell will ring, and quickly go and pull up the line and catch a fish, right? Some people say, but Mr. Loo, if you want to eat fish, just to go to the market and buy lah, and things like that. That is true. Then you don't understand the passion of an angler. An angler just loves to fish. A lot of us practice catch and release, which I don't. For fishes I like to eat. But when I go and catch a freshwater fish, most of the time I catch a release and things like that. But anyway, so it's all about fishing, fishing, fishing. Because at Sentosa is a place that's really by the marina. I've always wanted a place where I just walk a few steps, out of my house, throw a fishing line down, and then I can just do some fishing over there. You know, could be in a day, could be a night, whatever. Great retirement life, you know, whatever, right? And then next time my grandchildren, you know, they could sit beside me, you know, and join me in fishing and things like that. My children have gone through the phase of life with me. Guess what? Life is not so simple. Okay, God, life is not so simple. Even with Sentosa Cove now going on fire sale. Just looking at what the resale prices are right now in the market, the asking price of Sentosa Cove ranges quite a lot. Price per square feet is about 1,600. Some of them trying to sell for 3,000. I think the guy is dreaming. But I think 1,600, 1,700 seems like a fair rate, okay? And that's pretty close to what the developer price is asking as well. So I think these are great prices by today's standard. And considering it is at Sentosa Cove, is even better. Some people say, Mr. Loo, is not freehold. Well, a lot of the leasehold condos are also selling at this price. But let's look at what were the selling price historically, right? So I'm going to pull out two prices, and this came to me as a shock. So in 2010, there was a transacted price at per square feet of $2,887, which is close to roughly about, you know, $2,900 per square feet. Same type of unit. One is on the fourth floor, one is on fifth floor, so not much difference. Same size at the same square feet, okay? In last year, September, was sold at $1,700 per square feet. Wow, that's a phenomenal drop, right? $1.4 million cheaper after 13 years. So for those people who thinks that Singapore property prices will never fall, you got to wake up your mind. There are property prices that actually fall and have never recovered since then. Of course, you'll say that, no, I'm so smart, okay? I won't pick this kind of stupid unit where it's selling for so high. I will always be able to buy at a good price and things like that. Yeah, go look for Dragon Tan for some discussion on this thing, you know. If you want to buy or sell, go look for him. Don't look for me. But my point is that this is basically right now what I think is going at fire sale price. And this is developer sale, right? The developer are selling their unit, right? Well, let's look at the historical price trend. So this is where, you know, the per square foot price is, you know, after so many years, it's just fallen down to some miserable number. So isn't this a fire sale price? You know, I think that's a very good time for Mr. Loo go in and buy, right? You know, house near to fishing places, prices on sale, beautiful house whatsoever. Wow, every star seems to be aligned. Well, let's see why is it selling so low. The market watchers actually observed that the unsold units are launched at a time where fewer units are changing hands in the luxury property market. So this is considered luxury property market. But actually nowadays, even the condominium and the EC are not very far away from this price really. So the decline in sales for luxury apartments in the second half of 2023, following by the doubling of the ABSD levy on foreigners to 60%. Most of the buyers of these places are generally the foreigners, right? Locals don't realize stay here. Maybe Mr. Loo at the ASEAN would like to stay here. This place is generally for foreigners, and because of the ABSD, the foreigners now are running away. So it's really, you know, attributed to the high cooling measures, and there's also a lot of ongoing money laundering investigation. Anybody who buy anything, I bet, you know, he'll be investigated. So from this perspective, you know, yeah, this place really have to go for fire sale, right? But Mr. Loo has a couple of big problems with buying this unit, okay? Let me explain to you why, and I'll tell you what is the biggest problem. Now, so a lot of you are going to say, Mr. Loo, you got a house already, right? You know, in fact, you got two houses, right? One in JB and one in Singapore. Well, I tell you what's the biggest problem, okay? Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch it. This is the biggest problem. Fishing is not allowed in Sentosa. Fishing is not allowed in Sentosa. How can that be, man? So in response to a storm query, the Sentosa Development Corporation said Sentosa is home to an array of fauna and flora. To protect the biodiversity, natural environment, and the safety of our guests, fishing, poaching, or any act causing disturbance to wildlife in Sentosa is strictly prohibited. How can that be, man? I buy a house beside, I see I can throw a fishing line down. What the hell is that, right? And actually, from Hotel W, actually say that we'll help you to let your dream come true as long as it's legal. I have no qualms going to fish, even it's illegal. I actually dream of it, okay? So people who catch, you know, illegal fishing are people who have to work for office hours, right? So I'll fish at night, okay, fish at night. In the worst case, I know how to turn, you know, illegal fishing into legal fishing, right? Okay, you know what I do? I go and buy those deflatable boat, right? Pam, 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 I sail out for 5 meters out in the sea. 5 meters enough already. And I throw my fishing line down. then by right, I'm not fishing in Sentosa, right? I'm fishing in the sea. So you cannot catch me, right? So anyway, not so easy, but daytime definitely cannot fish. I actually call real estate agents to find out, is that actually true, no? And they say it's actually true, Mr. Loo. Don't buy if you want to buy it for fishing. So 很气死人, okay, for this reason. Well, yes, ABSD is a problem, right? So I will kena ABSD if I buy it, okay? I might actually be tempted to pay the ABSD, okay? Or I get one of my children to buy, or, persuade my wife to buy, or whatever, right? Sell my HDB house or whatever. But, if there's a will, there's a way. If fishing is allowed, then there's a good chance, I might sacrifice something, right? Something. Well, ABSD is not the only problem. Okay, ABSD is just one problem. But this one, money can solve this problem, and a lot of effort can be moved to solve this problem. But there's other problem with this place. This place is very far away from amenities. You may not know, but Mr. Loo is very, very heartlander. Okay, so the nearest hawker center is actually a 1 hour and 5 minutes walk away. Okay, I can see my wife looking at me now like you don't even think about it. Okay, yeah, 1 hour and 5 minutes walk from. Of course, I can drive out. Okay, I'm a person who just like to walk to the nearest coffee shop or hawker center. But the nearest hawker center is 1 hour and 5 minutes walk. Okay, even if I drive, I don't know, 15 minutes or something, or 20 minutes, like very leceh, right? All the places around there, no coffee shop, all high-end atas area. There goes my chicken rice bak chor mee or so. And the place there looks so expensive for those normal food that I cannot bring myself to eat the place, So, for the sake of fishing, I got to sacrifice money, ABSD, lifestyle, hawker center, but fishing is still very attractive. It's like those kind of passion, irrational kind of love, right? You buy a house not for appreciation, you buy a house for your passion. But really, the amenities are very, very far away. Okay, no wonder no Singaporeans go and buy there. Well, this is the most important reason why I'm not allowed to buy the place. Okay, this is the most important reason. Yes, my wife, Mrs. Loo, doesn't like to stay beside the sea. Okay, the reason is the salt water will destroy the furnitures that she liked. Okay, destroy all her handbags. And then the breeze bring in all the sea salt, right, and destroy her skin, right. All the women super love the skin, and my wife just asked me, I thought, Mr. Loo, you like to maintain your face also. That is true as well, right? So I kind of rational that, okay, I don't fish in the day, I fish in the night, don't destroy my face, right? But the sea water come in, irritate and maybe even acidic on your face and things like that. Actually, my face I can sacrifice, her face cannot be sacrificed. So all this, wow, very difficult, very difficult. So I've been like struggling for the last one day trying to think of how to overcome this problem. But this is really a huge temptation. Some people get tempted by different thing, right? This is where Mr. Loo, is still struggling with temptation, right? So anyway, I thought this is a very interesting, gossip storytelling that I have. The temptation is still going on. Maybe I'll give in one day, but I think it's quite unlikely. But I'm still, daydreaming, about this wonderful place in Sentosa, where I can go downstairs and just throw a fishing line down. Anyway, thanks for watching. So by tonight, we'll see the latest inflation results and see whether the US inflation actually does turn around and continue to go down and decline. Join us in our Telegram group, okay? And that's where we will learn the most things from the community. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a day or two. Bye-bye.